entered the world fully grown, wearing clothes I don't remember buying.
Right off the bat, what's not quite right with the long kiss goodnight? Samantha's nasty-ass bracelet contaminating the food.
None.
Samantha walks barefoot in snow and icy water to mercy kill a deer, yet made no effort to save the old man from the burning car. I don't know if it's a not quite right, but it's definitely fucked up. Another NQR? The shotgun with grenade launcher attachment One-Eyed Jack used to blast a hole in the side of the house should have blown the refrigerator door off. Guess Frigidaire makes a damn sturdy product, don't they? A big not quite right? Hennessy and Samantha outrun a fireball on foot. Not the only time something like this is going to happen. A weird not quite right? Charlie and Hennessy arrive at the train station in his car. But they escape the shootout in Waldman's car.
Get in, both of you, now!
Conveniently, he happens to have a change of clothes in the trunk, and a whole outfit that happens to fit Mitch.
I think we can safely...
Is it Operation Honeymoon? Is that it?
Okay, a perverted NQR. Samantha and Hennessy are captured and tortured.
I let you touch me, cowboy. I think I need a bath.
When she escapes and finds Hennessy,
Where's Hennessy?
he's naked. But Samantha was in her underwear for her torture session, which seems not quite right because technically she would have been naked herself. But Gina Davis has never done nudity in movies.
Okay, let's say I buy it. You are a trained killer. I can't even say that with a straight face.
What else is not quite right? Considering Samantha fought off an attacker at the house, shot at Mitch with a high-powered rifle neither one of them had seen before, got away from a bunch of people trying to kill them with Uzis and grenades at the train station, and she rescued Mitch after he was tortured by textbook villains. Hennessy's reaction to the idea that she's an assassin is just ridiculous.
So now she's just gone forever and ever?
Thank God. Look at my inordinately large ass.
She says, not realizing she's talking to a black man who most likely doesn't find that a negative.
You know, her whack trend, she's lost it. I gotta get out of here. Look, I need you to meet me.
A plot NQR. Not trusting Perkins. Charlie uses Hennessy as bait to see if Perkins wants to kill her.
All right, Sam, what did that accomplish?
I'm testing our boy Perkins. Got a light? I don't really trust him.
The problem here is that at this point, we've only seen Perkins once, and that's when he's telling the president that Charlie's reemergence isn't a big deal. It's also established that he was friends with her father and recruited her.
To my knowledge, Charlene Baltimore died in my employ. Relic of the Cold War, the kind of violent operative that has since been eliminated from our ranks.
You recruited this woman?
For chapter, sir. The late 70s. Her father was a friend of mine.
We don't hear about this character again until Charlie calls him to report in. She even indicates an eagerness to get back to her life as a covert operative.
I contact chapter. I come in for debriefing, bury the last 8 years, get back to work.
Then she suddenly has a change of heart and says,
Come again?
A little experiment. If he was looking for me in Pennsylvania, he sure as hell tapped your office.
You mean he just traced that call?
Mm-hmm.
It's not clear what looking for her in Pennsylvania means, because earlier Waltman said Daedalus was responsible for the shootout in Pennsylvania.
You failed to complete your mission, electing instead to die of all things, despite clear orders to the contrary, and dead you remain, until without preamble you re-emerge 8 years later, and a good deal from here. Anyhow, I think we can safely assume that Daedalus is aware of your resurrection and attempting to reverse it.
So even though she says she doesn't trust him, there's nothing at this point that would indicate to us that Perkins was behind anything.
Come midnight, you hang by the phone. If he wants to erase me, he'll send someone to kidnap and torture you for my whereabouts. In which case, hey, I don't trust him.
No. Time out.
Headhunters, Nimrod. They don't travel alone. You're always the stupid. Did you take lessons?
I took lessons. Hey, what? I still got this fucking gun.
New Jersey, home of the jaded. A full-on firefight is happening, and a number of background people are just walking by nonchalantly.
Question. You keep saying I this, I that. Like, well, it's like you don't need me anymore.
Good point.
Hey!
A big not quite right? Kicking Hennessy out the car wasn't just a scripted thing. At this point in the story, there really isn't any reason for Hennessy to be in this movie anymore. Charlie is extremely resourceful and clearly self-sufficient. She doesn't need him to help her retrieve the key from her house, nor would he be able to retrieve anything from a bank deposit box since it would require ID and signature matches. This was just a very artificial way to keep the character around.
Found a use for me, huh?
At the speed Hennessy and the hitmen were driving, Charlie couldn't have had the time to run to the lake, put on and neatly lace up her skates, and catch up to the chase.
You aren't ready to stay dead. You don't know the rules of the game anymore.
Tell me about it. 8 years ago, this guy was on the hit list.
Budget cuts, dear. Congress blinded us overseas. I was forced to turn to any eyes and ears I could find, even if that meant recruiting the quote-unquote bad guys here.
Budget cuts. Is that what this is about?
Side note, they referenced the 1993 World Trade Center attack.
You're running a fundraiser.
Fundraiser?
1993. World Trade Center bombing, remember?
And September 11th happens about 5 years later, so according to this movie, there has yet to be a genuine terror attack. Pretty much every major event in the U.S. has been concocted by clandestine factions in the government to scare up funding from Congress. This is also the plot of the movie Swordfish.
You're telling me that you're gonna fake some terrorist thing just to scare some money out of Congress?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Hennessy, I've no idea how to fake killing 4,000 people. So we're just gonna have to do it for real.
Another not quite right? Tractor trailers are equipped with air brakes, so there is no fluid in the lines to leak. Second, losing pressure in the brake lines would cause the trailer to stop, not have a runaway truck.
Every one of you bastards.
Trivia. In the original script, Hennessy died.
Oh! Mitch!
But that tested poorly with test audiences, so the director, Rennie Harlan, reshot the end with Mitch surviving.
Help me! Help me!
Negative, ma'am. We understand your request, but...
He even plays to the script change.
That's right! You can't kill me, motherfuckers!
A huge NQR, Charlie and Hennessy outrun yet another fireball explosion.
Hey, gorgeous. You got your mommy's eyes.
The last not quite right? Hennessy wasn't in the room when Charlie made the comment about Caitlin having Timothy's eyes.
No, just her.
Sam, I'll be waiting for you to come rescue me.
Be just a minute.
Now earlier, she did tell Mitch she slept with Timothy.
How you know so much about this Timothy character?
But what do you think? I bought 2 pelvises with him. He was a target, remember?
But here, Charlie is speaking in whispers and Timothy in subdued tones.
God damn you. Look at her eyes.
Why exactly would I want to do that?
Because they're yours. That night, with you, I got pregnant. The little girl is your daughter.
And when he asks for Caitlin, he says,
Would you bring my little bitch in here?
Mitch is outside the room. But there's no way for him to know what they're talking about to make such a pointed statement later in the film.
You got your mommy's eyes.
So I'm marking that one in QR.
Don't let nobody tell you different.
Hello, girls. Caitlin, come help me in the kitchen. Hurry up, because I forget where it is.
That's her mom. She's got amnesia.
What if you couldn't remember your real name, your first kiss, or your last goodbye?
I don't remember.
Honey, you have an ETA on that carrot?
Stow it.
And then suddenly,
I used to do this. I'm a chef. Yahoo!
without warning,
Give me something else.
Celery! Italian!
all your memories
Name's Charlie. I'm coming back.
came flooding back to you.
Evening, Charlie. Long time.
One bullet at a time.
The Long Kiss Goodnight unfortunately didn't fare well in its theatrical release, only grossing $89 million over a $65 million budget, and a number of factors are responsible for that. One being it came on the heels of huge flop Cutthroat Island. That movie was directed by Rennie Harlin and starred Gina Davis as well. The poor performance of that film made everyone lose some confidence in Long Kiss Goodnight. Also, I believe another factor is just basic gender bias. I don't think audiences were ready to deal with the kind of female action hero Charlie Baltimore was at the time. Sure, you can bring up Sarah Connor and Ellen Ripley, and they were great female action heroes. But by and large, they were reactive. They did what they did out of fear and survival. But Charlie, once her personality fully re-emerged, didn't hesitate to go right at her enemies and did it with a smile on her face.
It ain't over. You're gonna die screaming. And I'm gonna watch. Am I telling the truth?
You wouldn't see mainstream acceptance of that kind of assertive, aggressive, I love this shit type of female action lead until later in the 90s and next century.
Hey, should we get a dog?
It's time to kiss them all. Good night.
But Long Kiss Goodnight got a second wind in video and DVD sales and a 70% score on Rotten Tomatoes. There's a reason the movie is a cult classic flick. I mean, it's teeming with plot holes and what the fuck moments. But in spite of it all, The Long Kiss Goodnight is still a fun action romp.
Gina Davis, Samuel L. Jackson, The Long Kiss Goodnight. Directed by Rennie Harlin.
If you agree with this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if I missed an observation, let me know in the comments below. And if you would like to support the channel and videos, feel free to donate through PayPal or Cash App, or pick up some InQR gear. All the links are listed in the description below. And thanks for watching.